Hi guys, still in Sweden, trying this life again, and it's winter time. It's starting to be winter time. We had some degrees there. It was about 0 degrees for several days, so it's starting to be winter to me. Anyway, today I want to talk about milk because I've had quite some experience with milk, and my own experience now with health and strength taking different milk. So to start, I've been very interested with the milk as I've been with the Masays and Samburs and El Chamos, as they have in the rural areas. They still have quite a milk-based diet during a good season when there is enough grass. If there's no grass, no milk anymore. So the culture, the traditional life is really based on like 80-90% milk diet. 80-90% milk diet. And nowadays it's quite much less. But during my stay with them, I really experienced taking milk, and a lot of milk, taking it for different kinds of milk and for different periods. So I've been taking milk for several days in a row, several weeks in a row, just drinking milk as a step of food. And I've gotten enormous nice results, like happiness and strength, and like strength in the body and mentally, everything. So I've been so inspired by like what's going on with the milk. And I've also taken a lot of milk together with ugali. So there was a time I stayed in Masai Mara for 1 month, mostly to more than 90% of the diets, lunch, evening, was ugali and milk. And this, from the Maasais, it was milk, direct from the cows. Either it was boiled, but the one that I've gotten really health benefits from is it's not boiled. It's a new idea to boil the milk. It's not boiled, and there's a soured milk they do, fermented milk, that is like almost like cottage cheese, and it's really interesting. I've seen a lot of health benefits taking strength and mental stability and all these things. So try to understand why is it healthy, and compare it a bit with Sweden, because in Sweden, the Western world, there is quite some debate right now. There is the vegan, like almost like a movement, not to eat milk, not to eat meat product, not to eat eggs and other things. And there is a lot of studies coming out now to blame milk for a lot of diseases and problems. So with my own experience with the milk in Kenya, and also the stories that I used to hear, like the Maasais and Samburs, they really, even El Chamos, they really used to take a lot of milk, especially the warriors could drink several liters of milk per day, and and stay without other foods, and they were really happy with that diet. They were really strong people. They had really tough warriors by that time, when grass was enough. when grazing was enough, when cows was plenty. Yes, so it has made me quite interested. Like I've seen the milk from the Maasais to be so healthy with my own experience and with what they have been saying, the elders especially. As there is a lot of change, a lot of change today. It's not at all as much milk available, food available, traditional food available for the Maasais and Sambors. All right then. So what have I discovered from my own experience? And I can really say that what I've experienced in Kenya is there's a big difference in my health when taking. I can sense in my body the strength that I get and the appetite for the milk. Really, it's something I want to eat a lot and take more and more. Between the packet milk and the fresh milk, the unpasteurized milk, is an enormous difference. I have actually seen from my own experience, taking this packet milk, especially the packet milk that is available in the rural places is the longevity one. That is like they have put the milk inside extreme heats to change the structure of the milk, and then it will last for a month or longer, or certain period of time. And this milk, I don't like it. It's not possible to live on that milk. It's hard even for me to drink a cup of that milk. What about now living on that milk for a week? It's not possible. So there is something that I've seen with my own experience. Like there is something that is a difference. Pasteurizing the milk, packaging it. Maybe, I don't know if they put other chemicals, but there is a huge difference. And maybe the kind of cows and the species of the cows and what they've been eating too. So I've been doing the same kind of testing in Sweden. I've been taking packet milk, I've been trying organic milk, and I've been trying normal milk, and I've not felt so comfortable drinking a lot, and can even see on my face so many spots of places I get acne, and it becomes, I can feel it like the other day, or quite some hours after I take it in excess. And this, I've seen it with even more with the butter and the cheese and these things. It's like, for me, it gives an irritation in my skin, and I get acne in my face. I get it in my back. And the more I eat, the more I get, and I feel a bit uncomfortable to take it a lot. And I've not really seen a big health benefit taking it a lot. So what happened was I've gone to a farm. After this, I've like, okay, maybe there's something that happens with the milk when you pasteurize, and I've gone to a farm here next, not far from this place, and been able to buy milk that is fresh from the cows. And again, I can really, it's like there is some energy in the milk when I drink it. When I take that milk, I can really feel that difference. So that milk, I've been able to stay on that milk for like a week and drinking that milk alone, and no problem. After a week, I start getting want to eat another kind of diet, so I eat a bean or lentils based diet with rice or other things, and then I can do that for 2-3 days, and then I've been able to drink milk for another for another week or 5 days, and I felt quite strong, and I felt like this is quite something nice. But it has not been all that difficult. It has not been all that easy. It has been difficult during this time to keep that milk. The milk is actually, you can buy it. It will be fresh for 5 days if you keep it in the fridge, and if you have the bottles that you the bottles that I've been carrying it with, if I've cleaned them well, then the milk will not be contaminated, and if the bottles have not had any smells, then the milk have stayed for long. But the moment there's been the slightest smell of something, this one is not properly cleaned, that milk goes spoiled quite easily. So there are some things now that I've experienced that really makes it difficult and makes it easy. So the way I've been able to live on milk more has actually been not to drink the milk cold. I've seen it has a negative effect on me. It makes me to be uncomfortable in my stomach system. It's not as tasty, and so I keep the milk in the room to be warm for a few hours before I drink it. And this is really, really, really the key. I need to, part of the milk, I need to ferment it to become soured milk, and I've seen this even when I've been with the Maasais. This has been the key to be able to have the appetite for the milk and not getting problems in the stomach system, the digestion. Because yes, drinking fresh milk alone makes the stew to be extremely hard, and they can be causing constipation. It can be really, really difficult to get it out of the body. I've experienced it, and it has been quite painful. Anyway, and I can even feel this when I just take fresh milk for some days. I start getting like discomfort. So the secret is the fermented milk. So with the Maasai, they ferment the milk in a calabash with some that is cleaned with the soot of the African olive tree, and it remains there. It is put fresh. You have the temperature from the cow. Normally they milk it and then they put it directly, and then it's a way of preserving. If you have more milk, you can preserve it. If you will have guests in some days, so you can preserve so that you have it, and then they keep it in that calabash for about 4 days, and when that milk is now ready, you'll notice the milk has separated. So it's a hard place. It's a hard like it's cheese in the top, and then there's water in the bottom, and then you shake it and you drink. That it's really like cheese, I would say, more than fermented milk. It's more than soured milk. It's more like a kind of cheese, and it's really, really nice when you have taken fresh milk for a long time, for a few days. It's really nice to take the soured milk, and actually it's preferable even to take more and more soured milk. And the soured milk and the fermented milk, it is lactive to the stomach, so it makes now the digestion to be quicker, and so the mixture of the two, it's possible to stay on that diet for a very, very long time if you have. And what I've realized is there must be something unique with the Maasai cows. There must be something unique with the health of the milk, because, and there must be something unique, because when I've been taking the milk in Sweden, I've been, especially the boiled milk, I've been having a lot of cravings for fruits, and I've never had cravings for fruits when I've taken the Maasai milk. So there must be something different there, and a lot of differences. And now I want to keep these videos that I do as much experience based as possible, but I also want to put in that there is some scientific things and scientific explanations, and that the health of the milk they have could be improved quite a lot. Okay, when you take it fresh, compared to drinking it raw, when you take it fresh, it has a lot of bacteria and enzymes, and those things are the things that will actually, those are the bacteria that will actually get in a good nice temperature, 37 degrees in the stomach. That's nice. And then they can work, and with enzymes and other things, they can really digest the food well and share that nutrition with the body. And it's a very, 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 very key thing. And it's not it's not the only thing. I've discovered these things are quite many things that interfere with the health of the milk. So the bacteria, good bacteria, and when you ferment, you increase that bacteria. It's a lot, and it's already broken down. It's like for the body. Even the science say that after we are becoming grown-ups, we're not really supposed to drink milk. That it's like our body has a big difficulty to break down the milk, and it's like our body can't break the milk. It is the bacteria. It's the bacteria that breaks the milk. So the fermented milk and the fresh milk, both of them, they have the bacteria with them, and when they come into the stomach, it's a very good environment for them to really take on the food, and the milk gets accessed to the body, the rest of the body. And when you boil the milk, you kill those bacteria. And if you only drink boiled milk, where will you get this bacteria? So I've seen there is a possibility to drink boiled milk while also getting fermented milk or good bacteria. And in Sweden, it is possible to buy milk raw in some farms, and it's possible to get it fresh, because I have seen this is now really the freshness of the milk. It has from my experience, it brings a big difference. I can feel that this milk is really nice, and I don't need to take a lot. When even I've tried to buy milk that is fresh, and then I boil it, and then I've taken for a long time, and there is something that happens because I'm not so comfortable and I have a lot of craving for fruits again. So there's something in the process also. You kill the bacteria and you kill something else, and probably you kill the vitamin C and other enzymes and other important vitamins through the pasteurization, through the boiling. So I've really seen a difference, and through the Maasai and also my experience with Sweden, I've really seen a difference. Taking milk that is not boiled and fermenting it myself is quite different than buying it in the store fermented. So I have tried to make the Maasai kind of fermentation in Sweden, and I have succeeded, but I have succeeded only when I've been able to buy milk. And this is okay, I'm still trying this, but so far I haven't succeeded. I've only succeeded when I have been buying that milk fresh and not cooled down. So it already has it has not been cooled from the temperature after being milked. So mostly when you buy milk in these places in a farm, they have a big tank and they cool that tank to 2 degrees or 3 degrees. So it's also something is happening even in that process. So there is some funny things, and most likely the enzymes that is cheese producing dies when they are cooled. So the bacteria, they die when they are heated. The enzymes, they die when they are cooled also. And this is also scientifically proven and experienced proven in the farms, because in the farm, when they milk the cows, they separate the milk they want for the calves, and then they warm it. They keep it warmed. They don't take it to the tank. They take it directly. They keep it warm. And they keep it warm. And if they're not drinking directly, they put something to warm and keep it like between 30 to 40 degrees. And they keep that temperature, and then they give it to the calves to drink. And this is said to be the reason for this. Is said that when they do this, the cheese enzymes, the things that create cheese, is intact, and maybe even the temperature and other things. So the calves are different than the humans a bit, as we like when it's broken down by the bacteria. But apparently the cows actually create cheese in the stomach, and then that cheese is what what they break down. So there is some complications. There is some, not complications, it is complicated about milk. So it's not only about it's not only about organic. I've tried that. It's not only about taking the milk from the farm, because it has to do with the temperature. It has to do with fermentation, and there are different ways to ferment. So the Maasai way is very interesting for me, and also to do. There is yogurt that can be made, and there is this soured milk, kefir, very interesting. I've tried it, really interesting. So those are the things, and it's really up to that, because if I don't do those things, if I just drink to, if I don't do those things, I cannot stay on a very high milk based diet and feel healthy. So I do understand the concern and the agenda to say that milk is not healthy, but really this video is really to say my experience that it is a deeper thing than just to say that milk is not healthy or it's healthy. It's really complicated. So the last thing about now the milk. The last thing that I've experienced is the breed of the cows. So the breed of the cows, even if they eat the same, so it's the breed of the cows and what they eat, but the breed of the cow gives different kind of milk, and you can taste this. And normally you can taste, when I've traveled in the world, in every country I've traveled to, the milk tastes differently. And there is different, and a lot of things. It must have to do with the breeds, and I've I've been able to see this in Sweden because of the experience with the farmer. Because the farmer I've been with, Elin Rydström in Lova on Ekrar, she has many types of species of cows, and she's quite unique. It's not normal to have a diversity of the species of the cows, the breeds of the cows that she has, and she has gotten to know that there is quite some difference, and the difference is seen especially when they make cheese, and the cheese producers, there are specific cheese producers that would prefer certain types of cows. So probably the enzyme type, nutritional value on the depth of the milk can vary quite a lot, and we know that scientifically now that the trace elements, this really small things that's very hard to measure, are quite important to the human the human health, in what we eat, and in the health of other things too. Yes, so summing up, through my experience in Sweden and in Kenya now, I can really say there is a big difference between milk. And this is really what I wanted to say in this video. And there is a big difference between milk, and I've been able to see this when I've been able to live on a high milk-based diet. And I've been seeing that the more natural it is, the really big thing is about processing of the milk. If you take it fresh, if you process it to ferment it, to give you extra boost to the body, extra bacteria, extra enzymes, extra available nutrition, or if you process this where you kill the bacteria, where you heat it, where you boil it, where you add chemicals, bad. So that's really an important thing. And if it is about it's really so much is about this bacteria, by the way. It's really a lot. So taking care of that and the enzymes, it does go very far. And if you get milk that is organic, very, very good. And organic milk I've seen is very, very nice. If it is eating mostly grass, very, very, very good. If it's fresh grass, very, very good. Probably even better. And if the breeds are more traditional, probably the milk is even more nutritious and strong. And it was probably the indigenous species were probably brought up with humans who had a very high milk diet, and they probably did quite well eating that milk. So there is to say that milk is unhealthy or that it is healthy is not that easy to just say that. You can't just say that milk is healthy or unhealthy. It is the quality of the milk. It is the quality of the milk. It is the quality of the milk that matters. So I hope you have enjoyed this talk. That you have learned something new. So bacteria, enzymes, and quality, freshness. If you find those things, I believe you can really, really live on a very high milk diet, dairy-based diet. Very, very, very much okay. And I will live on a milk diet when I find this kind of milk. But if I don't find this kind of milk, and if you don't find this kind of milk, there is a concern that this other milk is not healthy. And it's my experience that the milk from the boxes that has been pasteurized and many countries added chemicals is not very healthy. It is my experience that the cheeses and the butters and the creams, there's something that happens with the milk. And to increase my vitality in life more than the normal, and to choose to use those products is not really possible unless I minimize it. So I do minimize those things, and I do minimize the milk nowadays. I will minimize it unless I get the fresh one. I may be able to ferment it, to make it sour cream, to make it yogurt, and and those things. So yeah, it's a lot of information. We talked a lot, but that's what I wanted to say. Talk to you next time. Thank you.